Okay. Great start, great start, great start. So on August 8th, 2020, Gordon Ramsay officially declared war on Mythical Kitchen when he did a reaction duet TikTok to our ramen grilled cheese video, and he absolutely roasted it. However, Gordon, I'm here to tell you this is a war you cannot win, because I know more about making grilled cheese than you, and I have the video evidence to prove it. I'm not saying I'm a better chef than Gordon Ramsay, like not by a long shot. He is truly one of the greatest chefs of all time. I mean, people only know him from Hell's Kitchen, Kitchen Nightmares. I could list off like his other 35 different Fox shows, but he actually has 22 Michelin stars across 16 different restaurants. He has opened up restaurants all around the globe. So I cannot compete with him on any of that. I have never made a perfect beef Wellington, not by a long shot. But if you're coming at me for late night munchy food, you best come correct, Gordon, and you did not, sir. I'm gonna read Gordon's reaction TikTok duet verbatim. Here we go, here we go, here we go. No, stop it. No such thing. Late night munchy nightmare. Is that a doll in the sink? We did have a doll in the sink. That was my bad, should have taken it out. Bread, only one side down. Donuts? More plastic cheese? Ramen cheese on toast. Forget it. I'd like to ram that somewhere in the toilet. He said it, ramen cheese on toast. I'd like to ram that somewhere. And then I think he realized that he implied he was gonna physically shove toast up my booty hole. So then he like pivoted to in the toilet. I believe that is what happened, but you know, neither here nor there. The thing that I really wanna focus on is when Gordon Ramsay said one side down. What Gordon Ramsay was specifically referring to with only one side down, and then he called me a donut. Who calls someone a donut? I toast one side of the bread, put the cheese directly on the hot bread. It starts the melting process early, less risk of overcooking your bread and getting an unmelted grilled cheese. There's a second reason I do this too. When you toast bread, you're actually removing moisture from it, and so you're preventing any sogginess from happening. And if you're making a correct grilled cheese, at least in my heart of hearts, I believe this to be true, you want that cheese to be as melty as possible. That means a high moisture cheese. Remove some of the moisture from the bread, toast it, provides a protective layer to prevent sogginess. And again, I'm not like offended by his critique per se. If Gordon Ramsay had a much better grilled cheese technique, then I would absolutely welcome it. But this is not speculative. I have seen Gordon Ramsay make a grilled cheese on his YouTube video, Gordon's Ultimate Grilled Cheese, and to call that ultimate is a disservice because Gordon, that was a trash grilled cheese. I love you and I'm sorry, and Gordon Ramsay stands, don't come for me, but this grilled cheese is inexcusable and I'm gonna prove it. I got the video pulled up and I'm gonna break this down piece by piece.
Now, we all love grilled cheese. I grew up with it. That was cheese on toast. There's something quite amazing for a grilled cheese, especially when you have these incredible cheeses. A Romano with pepperberry and Asiago.
Okay, let's break this down. The two cheeses that Gordon Ramsay chooses to pick are Romano with pepperberry and Asiago. These are two Italian cheeses that are very low moisture. They are typically aged. They do not melt well. I understand that like Gordon, you're a fancy little Victorian boy, you know, who wants only the best products. You wouldn't stoop to the level of American cheese, but this is a very aggressive choice that is going to make it very difficult to make a proper grilled cheese with. He's taking the cheese and he is cutting it into like 1/2 inch absolute slabs. And I don't know if this is a mistranslation between like what an American grilled cheese is and what the Brits call cheese on toast.
Now, the bread. The thing about a great grilled cheese is to make sure the bread is not too thin.
All right, so Gordon Ramsay says that the most important part of a grilled cheese is the bread, and the key is to not cut it too thin. You are playing a dangerous game when you do that. You're essentially creating this like thermal fortress around your cheese that is not going to get melted at all. And this sandwich is gonna be like 4 inches tall. It has no hope at all. Who's the real donut here, Gordon? It's you, I'm sorry. Punch me in the face, daddy.
Nice and warm. Touch of olive oil in.
Wowzers in me, trousers. He just poured a 1/2 bottle of olive oil in there and called it just a touch. We call that the old Sandra Lee 2 shots of vodka in there. If you see what Gordon Ramsay's doing right now, he is just going to an open fireplace and he's putting cast iron directly on it. That's like this very kind of new school rustic live fire cooking where this idea of like cooking directly in the flame has this kind of fetishization around it. But what makes that very difficult to cook something especially like grilled cheese, which is like shockingly technical, as you'll see from this video when he screws it up, is that you need to be able to control the heat and do it low and slow. Otherwise, all you're gonna do is burn that bread. None of the heat is going to get to the cheese and you're gonna have this cold cheese burnt bread sandwich.
Just lightly starting to smoke.
This is where Gordon Ramsay knows that the entire dish is messed up. So he took olive oil, which has a notoriously low smoke point, but he put olive oil on cast iron directly on top of a legitimate fire, just like an actual raging fire. He knows the oil's reached a smoke point. He knows that's gonna burn the bread immediately because it did that. He knows it's going to taste like crap. You gotta steel yourself and say, I screwed up, let's start this over. Then let's put it on a colder part of the fire.
And then she goes.
A grilled cheese should not sizzle like that. That sizzle means that there are water molecules reacting with the fat at a very high heat. That is not a good thing for a grilled cheese. Again, Gordon knows this.
Start putting some weight on there. And just push that down.
Now he's trying to save the grilled cheese by saying that you can just push it down to really try and mash more heat through the bread, which to some extent is true, but this is beyond repair.
Turn that over.
Just if you look at this sandwich halfway through, he flips it, the bread is like obviously burnt on the outside. Even if you like that very crusty, toasty bread, this is burnt. And you can see the cheese is just still in solid blocks. I feel like I'm going crazy on this.
Push that down.
Push that down. You can actually see the concern on Gordon Ramsay's face where he's just like, should I start over? Or like, no, I probably gotta go, I don't know, buy humans to hunt for sport. We can't legally say that Gordon Ramsay hunts humans for sport.
2 minutes each side.
2 minutes each side. Who can cook a grilled cheese for 2 minutes on each side? Are you saying that Gordon Ramsay is such a good chef that he can actually make heat penetrate the bread faster than the rest of the grilled cheese cooking world?
Just place your spatula on top.
He is using every ounce of his strength to try and smash this sandwich down, praying that the cheese is going to melt. But Gordon, no cheese god is coming for you today.
Push down. And that helps to get the cheese nicely melted.
That helps to get the cheese nicely melted. We can see he's acting like this is a radio broadcast of him making a grilled cheese and he can just fake it. We can see that the cheese is not melted at all. He is just lying to everyone's faces, which to me is utterly ridiculous.
Beautiful. The cheese is melted.
He just says it. He's like gaslighting you.
And this. Yeah, how crispy that is.
We hear how crispy that is because you threw it on an actual fire, dude. Now he covers it with his hand. I think he is trying to obscure the view inside the sandwich so you can't tell his cheese didn't melt.
Beautiful. Look at that.
Look at... He just said the cheese is melted, then he pulls the sandwich apart and goes, look at that. There is a gap between the bread and the cheese. None of the heat even penetrated the first layer of bread. This is an ice cold cheese sandwich. If you are in this situation and you don't have enough pride to just kind of do the sandwich again proper, what you do is you take this and you put it in the microwave for 30 seconds and then the cheese will melt. The bread's not gonna taste as good, but if you are like really hurried, that's what you're gonna do.
It's real.
He actually blows on the sandwich that we can see is ice cold. And again, this is food TV. That sandwich sat for at least a couple minutes for beauties. I know it's not burning your fingers, Gordon. This is bordering on sociopathy. He's trying to mime his way through this cooking video, convincing you that your eyes are not seeing what you know your eyes are seeing. This to me is one of the wildest videos on YouTube I've ever seen. And I've seen some dark stuff on YouTube, man. I've seen some dark stuff. He's literally using his fingers to hold the bread together because none of the cheese melted into the bread to hold together itself. But you know what would have helped, Gordon? If you would have toasted both sides of the bread like I said to. If you would have done the damn step that you criticized me for, you would not be getting roasted for this video. And it's not just me doing the roasting. Even Gordon Ramsay's own fans have been roasting this video. User Agent Jimmy Cheese said he would have a mental breakdown if someone served him this on Hell's Kitchen. That's the thing when you create your entire career out of being judgmental, you can dish it, but you can't take it, Gordon. User RU says this has to be one of the worst things he's put out. WTF, unmelted cheese, burnt bread, and unnecessarily expensive cheese. Just a waste of good ingredients. Terrible. I agree, user RU. All right, but here's the most important comment of them all. Greetings from Arrakis says, the cheese didn't even melt, but who am I to criticize Ramsay? Gordon Ramsay is great at what he does. He might even be the best, but he is not a god. He is not untouchable and he is not immune from criticism. He is also prone to mistakes, and you saw a very, very clear one right here. Again, I'm not saying I'm better than Gordon Ramsay. I've had my own screw ups. Ironically, we were making the funnel cake grilled cheese video and it came out of the oven and I saw it and it didn't look right and I put it on the plate and everyone knew this funnel cake grilled cheese did not look right. We all, without speaking, grabbed the ingredients that we needed to make a fresh one from scratch. And we knew it meant that we all had to stay late that night, but we also knew that we need to put out the best product possible. Okay, Josh, we get it. You're taking pot shots at Gordon Ramsay because he's more famous than you. Yeah, kinda, like that's a little bit of what this is, but also he came for my neck first. All I am doing is defending myself. Why am I grabbing my breasts? Felt right. But I think people have this tendency to elevate celebrities to this godlike status in their mind. They are normal people who are prone to screwing up. Even if you have all of these accolades in the restaurant world, you are just as likely to screw up a grilled cheese as anyone at home. Gordon, I will never have a Michelin star. I will never have a chain of international airport cafes, and I will never have anywhere close to the amount of clout and respect that you have in the restaurant world, and I'm okay with that, because I can make a damn good grilled cheese. And you know what? I'm willing to squash this beef, man. Come down to the Mythical Kitchen. We'll make grilled cheese, a cheese on toast, crack open a few pints of beer, and we'll just hang out, just guys being dudes, chefs being chefs. Was that too negative? I feel like I got to a pretty dark place at some point. I was trying to imply that like I love Gordon Ramsay and I respect what he does, but I mean, I kind of got on a roll. I got a little ahead of myself a little bit. Just a smidge? Well, anyways, thank you so much for stopping by the Mythical Kitchen. We got new videos out for you every week. We got new episodes of our podcast. A hot dog is a sandwich out every Wednesday wherever you get your podcasts. Hit us up on Instagram at Mythical Kitchen with pictures of your mythical dishes under hashtag Dreams Become Food. I'll see you next time. I'll see you next time. I like how I'm insinuating that I'm like a chef on the same way that Gordon Ramsay's a chef. I had a pop-up called Stony Bologna Chimichangas and he has like 22 Michelin stars. You can cook up your own feast while wearing the Mythical Kitchen apron. Available now at mythical.com.